Roborock is doing something very clever with their Roborock Edge 2 robot vacuum that you see here. And if you're wondering what it is not that it's going to be very close to what we're getting with the Roborock Saros 20. Actually, the Roborock Saros 20 keeps most of its features exclusive just to it. But when we're taking a look at the Edge 2 is borrowing one of the best things that the Saros 20 showed us. It is that the Edge 2 is extremely heavy, and the body of this is basically the same size as what we're getting with the Roborock Saros 20. And if you're thinking, how crazy is that? That's pretty crazy when this is the flagship model, the best of the best from Roborock. And if you're thinking about the Edge 2, it looks pretty close to it. But why is thinner going to be important? It is not just because this is going to be able to go under lower thresholds. It is actually because all of the components have to be more tightly packed inside of this body. And by making sure everything is tightly packed, it consolidates all of the weight and it makes everything more efficient when it's trying to push down on the floor or move around. And after having tested the Roborock Edge 2, the top differentiating feature, at least in my opinion, will be just how fast it can auto-relocate itself on its map. So if you ever have a problem or you pick up your robot vacuum, it's always going to say, okay, trying to figure out where I am. So let's try it here.
Resuming zone cleaning. Positioning. Standby.
So the Roborock is going to say positioning standby. And normally this would take a long time for other robot vacuums. But you're going to see how fast the Roborock Edge 2 finds itself during its positioning. And this is probably the newest thing here, how fast and smart they are.
Position established.
So you see that it has already established its position. And once you realize how fast the Roborock Edge 2 can position itself and find itself on the map, you start realizing why the performance and the navigation is better than before. It really comes down to it's just better at finding itself and finding the exact location and reacting to it faster than before, and that's why it is a better robot vacuum between the Roborock Edge 2 and the Edge 1, as well as versus other robot vacuums that you can get out today. So the Roborock Edge 2 has been improved to handle these type of straight thresholds much better than before. So you see how easily it just goes over it, and that's about a half-inch threshold that it just kind of just walks across. And I think this is one of the newer, smarter features. It's not so much that the wheels have been improved, it's just that it figured out better how to pick itself up over a threshold this high. And you can see the difference in the wheels here. The Edge 2 is coming with the standard wheels for your robot vacuums. You can see on your Roborock Saros 20, it comes with a much beefier wheel with the Adaptive 3.0 and much larger tracks. If you're looking at the robot mop, and you compare them,
Mop mount removed.
you can see the high pressure washing system. This is going to be the standard spin mop pads, no high pressure washing here. And when you compare the Roborock Qrevo Edge 2 versus other Roborocks, so the Edge 2 is coming with something called Reactive AI. And Reactive AI is different from Reactive Tech. And this is where it starts getting confusing. Reactive AI is the version that comes with the structured light plus the RGB camera. So it's LiDAR plus RGB front-facing camera. Reactive Tech does not come with a camera. So the Reactive AI in Qrevo Edge 2 has the ability to recognize up to 280 objects. So that is in line with already what you're getting with the Roborock Saros 20. So when you think about it, just know Saros 20 most advanced because it has the most advanced technology, but the Reactive AI from the Qrevo Edge 2 is really perfected through all of the robot vacuums that Roborock has ever made up until this point, and that's why it works so well.
And the Roborock Edge 2 also comes with something called DirtTech technology, but it works different now than what you might have been seeing before. So now, not only is the side brush going to be liftable, but the main brush is liftable. So let's say this is going to be mopping a very messy, dirty area with wet waste. Your Roborock will detect that, and then it's going to go into a mop only mode and lift up its main brush and its side brush. So that is some of the AI intelligence in action that was missing before on, let's say, a Roborock S5e or a Edge 1.
And if you're looking at the difference between the Edge 2 and the Roborock Saros 20, it is going to be that the Saros 20 comes with the auto soap dispenser. So this has the auto soap, and this has the auto soap dispenser here, and that's going to measure out the soap for you, and you don't have to add it into the clean station. The Edge 2 only comes with the bag, and the front plastics are also not going to be as nice. So this is on the Saros. You can see the material choice versus this more textured, less smooth version on your Edge 2.
And when you take a look at the clean station for your Roborock Qrevo Edge 2, it will come with hot water washing. So it will come with 176 degree Fahrenheit or 80 degrees Celsius hot water washing, as well as it will come with warm air drying at about 130 degrees. But in today's age, that's kind of standard now for robot vacuums to come with some type of warm or hot water washing and some warm air drying. So what's the new feature here? It is that it comes with intelligent dirt detection for the rewash and the remop. So basically, the unit is going to scan how dirty the water is after cleaning itself. And then if that water is dirty, according to the machine sensors, it's going to then trigger it to rewash it again. And if it detects that the area on the mop is also very dirty, it will send your unit out again to remop that area. So there's two parts here. So not only does it rewash, it's also going to remop based on what it detects.
So you can see right here, it is actually able to scrub off this dried coffee, something that other robot vacuums have had a very difficult time in doing. And it can do that because even though it uses the traditional spin mop pads, the spin mop pads are able to apply more pressure, way more pressure than before, because of how they're in constant contact with the floor and because of how heavy the back of the Roborock Edge 2 is. And this is a principle we found on the Roborock Saros 20 that Roborock has clearly brought out inside of the Roborock Edge 2. So our unit has just finished cleaning its mop pads. We're going to pause this, and I'm going to show you what color the mop pads are after picking up all of the coffee. And these are going to be the mop pads after these are the mop pads after a washing session. And you can see that most of the coffee stain has been removed from this mop pad. And then if you send it out again, this can actually be a little bit warm. So if you touch it, it's going to be warm and it's going to re-clean this area. And I think this is one of the bigger improvements that we're seeing on the Edge 2 is that the cleaning station cleans the mop pad better.
And this is going to be the most meticulous setting you can set for your Roborock Qrevo Edge 2. This is going to be on a 3x meticulous run, and you can see how it was able to pretty much capture every single space inside of my home and not miss any areas. But if you want to see something a little bit more normal, here is going to be a normal run where in 90 minutes it hit all the areas, and you can see that even on areas where it might have to take a irregular path, it was still able to hit that area repeatedly as well as go back. So these are the new features, and that really mirrors what we were getting on our Saros 20 here, because if you look at the same settings on the Saros 20 on the same type of run, it takes just about the same amount of time, and you can see that the map itself is not that big of a difference between the Edge 2 as well as the Saros 20.
And remember, the spin pad mop units are going to be effective at daily cleaning your floors and keeping them clean. But if your floors are really dirty or messy, these are not meant to clean those floors on its own, right? You will have to do a lot of the cleaning first, and this is more like a maintenance device here, at least for the mopping. As a vacuum, the vacuuming has gotten a lot better, but one limitation on any robot vacuum that you'll get, even if you have the Saros 20, is that if you have really large particles, like you have a French fry, or if you have like a Lego, that can jam inside of here, because the dual divide brush is meant to not get tangled by hair. It is not meant to avoid, Legos and large particles like your upright vacuum can do. So this is kind of the trade-off you're taking, but this is now one of the best, most automated robot vacuums, especially in terms of what it is capable of on the market, because you're getting a lot of the same features you're getting in the Saros 20 in terms of the software. And because you're getting a lot of the software, you're noticing that even if I don't have the top line AI chip, even if I'm not getting the high pressure mopping, even if I'm not getting the matrix mapping, I'm getting really about 95% of the performance right here. It is just that if you have multiple floor types or you have a very complex home, you can't beat the rover wheels on the Roborock Saros 20. This is, for mobility, best in class by far. So ultimately, should you buy the Roborock Edge 2, I think this is one of the best robot vacuums you can get today. And if I had to give this a ranking out of the S-Class, A-Class, B-Class, C-Class, and D-Class, this would be a A-Class. So S-Class is really reserved for maybe 1 or 2 flagships or best-in-class robot vacuums. But this is giving you everything you might want inside of a robot vacuum, but for less.
And something new that the Roborock Edge 2 does is that if it forgets an area, it's going to go back and finish it. So this area here, I was standing here and it couldn't vacuum it. So it has actually come back and at the end of the cycle finished vacuuming where it couldn't. And then once it finishes that, there's no area on its map that it didn't vacuum. It's going to go back to its base station.
And to me, the Roborock Edge 2 is a symbol of how far robot vacuums have come and where they're going to go in the future. Because if you watch my other robot vacuum reviews, where I review all of them, I've been coming to the conclusion where how much more can they fit inside of this little shell? How much more can these guys do before, you get marginal returns? And I think we're going to start seeing like a revolution in the technology here where they're going to start being able to do something else. But until then, I think the Roborock Edge 2 could be, again, one of the best values in the business. And it's really because it has so much in common with the best robot vacuum in the business today. Right there. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and please hit that like, subscribe button. It really does help support our channel. And I want to let you know that you can watch all of my videos on my channel. I have reviews of everything, especially robot vacuums. I'll see you soon. Next time, guys, this is Dave with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.